So in today's video, we're going to be taking a look at Compass Rose, which is the Solstice shotgun. It is a precision frame, and it has some pretty good perks. It has like some of the best, if not the best, PvE perks that you would want, like 1-2 punch and trench barrel and Vorpal. Now, I'm not really sure if shotguns, especially pellet shotguns, have been touched anytime recently. It seems like they've kind of just been left behind for many years now. But I was farming Solstice last night, or actually the last couple of days, and I was like, you know what? Let's go ahead and give this shotgun a test, see if it's any good for a special weapon, and yeah. So here's the roll that I'm using for this very first test, which is just base damage. So basically, I'm not using any damage perks because I have 1-2 punch on it. I'm not utilizing it. And then I have Song of Flame on it again, just so I can stay alive. And I wanted to show what body shot damage looks like and what headshot looks like. Obviously, this boss is above you, and it's hard to consistently hit the headshot, so I just wanted to show a little bit of both. So obviously, if you could hit all headshot constantly the entire time, the base damage would be higher. But that's just not practical with this specific boss. So yeah, so basically, this is just the base damage of a precision frame shotgun. So I was able to do 1.1 million. And obviously, if we compare that to yesterday's test when I was using the Glaive Melee, it's better than that. But again, this is using special ammo where the Glaive is literally just a melee, which costs absolutely nothing. So for this next test, I actually wanted to see what kind of damage I could pump out with Trench Barrel. So this was a threat remover and a Trench Barrel roll, while obviously adding Radiant from my super. I also put triple surges on, Tractor Cannon for the 30% debuff. Now, obviously, this isn't a slug, but I was trying to hit as much as I possibly could of Frieza's forehead for the crit multiplier, but most of the time with pellet shotguns, you know, you're just hoping that some of them hit the crit. And this was not the only trench barrel test I did. I did a bunch just to have consistency, and this was definitely my best damage overall. And I ended up doing 1.9 million with trench barrel, which is not bad for a special weapon. And then for this next test, I just switched my shotgun to Vorpal. I have the Vorpal on the same roll with Trench Barrel, so I just switched Trench Barrel off to Vorpal. And I honestly think Vorpal is probably more consistent and just obviously less brain power. You don't have to think at all. You just shoot your shotgun, and that's it. It's that simple. And then with Vorpal, I was able to get off all my shots because, again, I'm not having to melee in between and stuff like that. So, yeah. And with Vorpal, I was able to do over 2 million, so a little bit more than Trench Barrel, but they're very, very, very close. But I was consistently doing a little bit more with Vorpal always. And then for funsies, I decided to take my 1-2 punch roll and tried to do a huge attack with it, which ended up switching to my Titan and trying to utilize Knockout and Consecration. And I was able to hit for 480. I'm not sure if I was able to proc everything. It's hard to tell, but I did multiple runs and that was my highest damage. So I believe that I had Knockout and 1-2 punch activated at the exact same time. But yeah, those were all the things I could think of with Compass Rose to test and show off. But overall, I do think that shotguns don't feel awful. It feels pretty good. Obviously, a shotgun's a lot easier to use than a sniper rifle. Sniper rifle, you actually have to hit crits. But as you can see in the video, I did want to compare it to the actual meta, which is bait and switch edge transit with Envious. So that's what I'm showing off right now. I could have pumped out a little bit more damage if I had somebody else with me to weaken the boss for me. But at the end of the day, I was able to do 2.7 with a heavy grenade launcher. So obviously it's doing another 700,000. But this is a grenade launcher. This is a heavy weapon. So it should be destroying shotgun. And it's the meta. But yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it. If there's any other things that I missed, I'm sorry. Those are just the things that I can think of that I can mess around with. But shotguns don't feel awful. They seem pretty solid. And like I said, their easy use is they're a lot easier to use than a sniper rifle. But yeah, so that is it for the video. Compass Rose, I gave it a thumbs up. It's pretty solid. You should go out there, farm it, get some rolls. Let me know what you guys can hit with it. And thank you guys for watching. Appreciate it. Hope you have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you later. Peace.